Us, and I just got asked to test the Book Imp Companion, and I didn't have it, so I was intrigued. So I looked in the auction house and I looked up Book Imp, and it was 2 million, and I didn't have it. And I looked at stats. I'm like, accuracy and combat advantage; those might be helpful. And then I start thinking, why is it 2 million? Is it because it's rare? I don't know. But I'm gonna get one. So I got one for science, right? And I've already been playing around with it for about 10 minutes, and I don't know what to think. You tell me what you think. I'm gonna ask other um a couple other PC players, not me because I'm not on PC, if they will play around with this and let me know because there's some things about here that are very interesting. Here's his non-modest version, barely covering his junk. And here he is, covering one nipple. And here he is, actually wearing clothes. And here he is, just, you know, being totally modest. So let's go with him. And, oh, let me look at it. Let's see his attacks. So he has every 5 seconds is his big hit, actually, which is unusual because most companions are 10 plus seconds. And then he's got his claw attack. Ooh. And then additional ratings, blah. And then roll expertise, blah. And then this one gives him a 5% damage buff that stacks up to 10 times. So you would think the longer the fight goes, the stronger he goes. Well, I think it works, but I can't tell. And you'll see why. Watch this. Usually on your companions, they have a buff bar. Watch his buff bar. Uh, where is he? Right? He does this at the dummy, in the stronghold, and at the in the training room. He just disappears. So I'm wondering if this is part of his. It says he attacks stealthily or sneakily. So you don't know where he's at, which makes it really hard to get combat advantage if you're solo. But in group play, that probably isn't big a deal. But these hits are decent. His normal is 30,000. His big hits that was deflected was 70, but they're like pushing 100k. And what's unusual is he's doing these 100k attacks every 6 seconds. And I don't know if I have combat advantage though. This little guy might be one of the hardest companions to test in the game because of this. If you're solo, this might actually require a log from running a group dungeon. Again, another deflected big attack. But these normals are really decent. I mean, very decent actually. But the problem is on the companion, you can't see his buff bar, right? Because he's invisible. Oh, he wasn't visible right there. Let's just see if he does a couple of his big attacks. That was deflected too, of course, just because I'm making a video and wants to drag it out. There you go, 93,000. But he does that like every 6 seconds. I'm gonna say this. It's definitely worthy of a second look. Because this single target damage, that big hit going off every 6 seconds or so is very, very unusual, and it might be worthy. So let's just try look at the pseudo dragon's damage because that's what we're basically comparing everything to right now, right? And here we go. He's got this bleed damage. So here, that was his big hit, the 120k. But those 30ks, ooh, those are going off really often, very often. But he's not getting the big hit. That was his big hit, I think. Ooh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, I would. But that's because he has combat advantage. I don't know if I had the combat advantage in the book yet. See, there's his big hit, 107,000, right? Those 30Ks are coming at a much faster frequency than the Book Imp. And pardon my 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 pleb speak. We have to eyeball this stuff or run a ton of dungeons and compare notes. It's let's go back to the Book Imp, and the Book Imp was right here. There we go. Let's get him activated. So you notice on the pseudo dragon, those 30K hits were very often, but his big hit, his 100K hit is so his medium hits are way less, but his big hits are much more often. So I'm gonna say he's not bad just by looking at him. Actually, not bad at all. But I think his damage is going up because he started out with like 60K big hits and they appear to be growing. I'm assuming he has 10 stacks right now for 50%, but there's no way I can know because I can't look at his. I, do I have combat advantage? You can't see his buff bar like you can on other companions, which is a real stinker. Well, I know it's a short video, nothing inclusive, but this is the best I can do with what I got, guys. There's the Book Imp. If you're considering buying it, you might want to press the pause button and wait till more info comes out on him. He doesn't look that bad though. He's kind of unusual too, being all invisible and stuff. Stay classy, Neverwinter. See you soon.